Hi, beautiful souls. Today I'm inspired to talk about Adam, Eve, and the serpent. I'm intending to bring another level of depthness, understanding, and clarity to this story. Now, we were all downloaded with this program, with this story. Adam and Eve were in the Garden of Eden and present with God. That means they were at peace. They were at a high frequency level and present with God. They were experiencing this high frequency of emotions, basically peace, love, unconditional love, and joy. Adam represents the soul, masculine energy. Eve represents the body, feminine energy, the world. And then the serpent comes and it deceives them. What serpent represents is the reptilian animals. And where is the reptilian side of us is at the back of our head, or reptilian brain. Now, what's our reptilian brain do? It is in fight and flight mode. So it reacts constantly. If we are not controlling and managing it, the reptilian brains moves automatically. So it's the autopilot. And what it really represents, it represents our ego mind. So the serpent represents our ego mind. And how we know that? When we raise our consciousness about the ego mind, about the mind, then we can see what has been manipulating and managing us. So the serpent has been manipulating us for thousands and thousands of years. And the way we can only stop that is when we rise our consciousness to soul level, to God consciousness. And for that reason, we as snakes sheds its skin. We shed our ego programs. What's really ego programs? The ego programs are the programs when we are born to here, we take over. We are born to our parents, so we take their programmings and we take the programmings which is surrounded us. We take all our ancestors' programs and we carry them with us till we become conscious of them. Before we become conscious of them, we are one with it. So what happened to Eve and Adam? When they eat the fruit, the forbidden fruit, which represents good and evil, good and bad. When they eat that fruit, something changed within them basically. They start feeling different and God has told them that they need to leave because their frequencies start shifting. Because the mind, the serpent was between them, between Eve and Adam, between soul and the body. And when they come to the earth, they took the program which was already here and they grow and become this program. So the soul comes here, lowers its frequency or the focus and meets in here with the body, with the program actually before the body, and then it thinks it is this body, it thinks it is the programs that it took, all the self ego identities. It thinks it is that. So when it becomes a teacher, it becomes a doctor, it becomes an angry person, it becomes a happy person, it says, oh, I'm a happy person, I'm an angry person, I am a doctor, I am a nurse, I am this, I'm that. So it takes all these roles and programs as a dress on it. So the serpent is in charge. So what happens? We die from that higher frequency and we dive into that lower frequency. We dive into that lower frequency. We die, the soul awareness or soul focus dies in the ego mind, in the mind. So we are all dead in here till we raise our awareness above our mind, above our ego mind, till we start observing our ego mind from the back and high and not become one with it. Basically, to be able to do that, you need to start working on you need to start connecting with your body, with the breath, and just bring your awareness and focus to present moment and to now. And when you bring it to now, when you bring it to the present moment, you'll start becoming more and more aware of what your mind, the serpent, is keep telling you to bring you down to the lower frequency. So the serpent is talking to you, deceiving us, deceiving you all the time. Actually, it didn't happen only one time. It's still happening. We're all dead. The soul is dead in this world. And it needs to learn. It learns good and bad to become God. So what does that mean? The soul comes in here. It dies into ego mind. And then it learns the bad and the good. It experiences the bad and the good. Before we know what it feels like to be peaceful, we experience unpeaceful state. Before we know what it feels like to be happy, we experience unhappy, sad state, sad emotion. So when we experience this duality, we understand what it really means, the other side. We recognize both sides. Yet, when the soul is thinking that it is the body, it is the ego mind, it is the mind, then it can stay in that sadness, in that angry place for years. So it can stay in that reptile brain, in the reaction brain for years, even till physical body dies. Basically, for years it can stay there. So that reaction of reptile brain is not just a quick reaction. That reaction can be for years. When it holds on to that anger or sadness or upset or jealousy reaction constantly, that means it's in emotional reaction mood for weeks, days, hours, years. It's not just a second. As a body, we react, but in emotional level and in ego mind, because that's the ego mind, when we become one with it, we think we are the anger, we think we are that guilty person, we think we are a bad person, we think we are a not good enough person, then we are in that reaction for thousands, for hundreds of days, years, basically. And the serpent is always working. Is always trying its best to bring you down. It's not and it's not the easiest journey to go through the earth. Yet this is what's happening. So that's actually what it means, the serpent. And they always show in Egyptian pictures the serpent. It's in here, yeah, most of the time the pharaoh has it in here. It represents the mind, basically. So you as a consciousness either run and managed by the mind, or you raise your consciousness, you connect with your body, with the breath, conscious breath, become present moment at the present, and let go of your ego programs and identities and lower frequency emotions. Then you raise above the mind, you raise above your ego programs, and you can manage that. You can be in charge of that, and that means you can be in charge of your world. Because as long as we are in our ego programs, ego minds, we are in the serpents. The serpent is in charge, and serpent is making the picture of our life. In the outside experiences, the serpent is designing our life. Yet, once we become in charge, we can design our life gradually, step by step, as we let go of old programs. And one thing about the serpent is the serpent sheds its skin, and that means for us, we are shedding all identities, the ego identities, the ego programs. So the old programs, the old identities, we are shedding them. So while the serpent is bringing us to difficulty, adversity, but at the same time it is in opposite way guiding us to shed that old identities that is not serving anymore for us, because it's time for us to let go of them. And that's why you will also see the serpent symbols as a symbol of healing as well, because the serpent is at the same time, when we heal the ego mind, basically the ego programs, we are healing. So it also represents, it's also reminding us, basically, as long as you heal the mind, as long as you heal your ego mind, ego programs, you will heal physically as well. You will heal the every area of your life. And what really serpents represents is the mind, and what the mind represents is all the programs we took over from generations to generations, from our ancestors, from our parents, from the environment we brought up. See you next time.